Hey guys, what is up? It is me again, Nintendo Console Gamer, and today I'm going to be making a hopefully short video comparing the three gamepads. I say gamepads, quote unquote, because the main controller is called the Wii U gamepad, but I mean a traditional gamepad to use for the Wii U, because I recently picked up the Nyko Afterglow Wii U Pro controller. So first off, we're going to start with ergonomics, and which I think is best in that area. Um, and so we're going to start off with the Classic Controller Pro. While the Classic Controller Pro does look nice, it's got a nice design, I will admit, and it looks a lot like a PlayStation 2 controller. However, in terms of ergonomics, it's not that great. One of the main reasons is because the handles are pretty skinny, as you can see that I can put my hand all the way around it, and also the sticks are limited in terms of how many directions they can go because of the little I want to say octagonal box surrounding it. I know that's kind of a contradiction, octagonal box, but whatever. And the sticks themselves are kind of tight, and they don't feel that great. Now, the buttons, for the most part, are fine. Not much of a problem with them, but another problem is that you do have to plug it into the Wii Remote in order for it to actually work. Now, the second option is Nintendo's in-house solution, which is the updated version of the Classic Controller Pro, if you can say that, which is the Wii U Pro Controller. It's basically an Xbox 360 controller with Nintendo's spin on it, and I've got to say, out of all of them, this is probably the most comfortable. Just to hold, its design is extremely ergonomic. It's big enough for anybody to hold. There's no battery pack on the back or anything. There's not on the Classic Controller Pro either, but that's because it doesn't have a battery. It uses the Wii remotes. But either way, the sticks feel nice. They have a nice coating on them, rubberized. They are convex, so that is that is not a huge setback because it still has the grippy things, of course. Buttons all feel extremely nice. These triggers could have been done a little bit better because they don't push in very far. They're just digital. So are these, but these are just buttons actually, which I forgot to mention. These are more shaped like triggers, which is better than the Classic Controller Pro. It's still not ideal. They're digital, don't push in very far. Okay, now the third option, which I'd say is probably right in the middle between the Wii U Pro controller and the Classic Controller Pro. This is the Nyko Afterglow Wii U Pro controller, and I gotta say, it does feel fairly ergonomic. It is basically a PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii U Pro controller all merged into one design. And once you get accustomed to the feel of it, it does feel very nice. The triggers do press in, if you can see that. I'm not sure if they're analog or digital. It wouldn't make much sense for them to be analog since the Wii U doesn't really have an in-house controller that supports that. And the sticks are very nice and loose, and they are also the concave Xbox 360 design, which makes them very comfortable and easy. Your hand will never slip off of them. D-pad is obviously not as good as either of these ones because Nintendo D-pads are the best. Buttons feel alright. They're a little bit plasticky and cheap feeling, but overall pretty good. And if you like stuff that glows, you really can't go wrong. So I'm gonna leave that right there. Now the second little thing is, sorry, this video is not actually very short, but The second thing is functionality, and we're gonna start out again with the Wii Classic Controller Pro. Now, this one suffers in functionality, and yeah, I said that right. Severely because of the fact that its sticks don't click in. There's no button underneath the analog sticks, so that means if you're playing a game that requires a lot of functions, you're gonna have to be double tapping a lot of buttons in order for that to work, which is bad. Also, it has to be plugged into the Wii remote, so not the best in terms of functionality. Now, for the Wii U Pro controller, it's extremely functional. That ties into the fact that it's extremely comfortable, and it's got a great battery life of around 80 hours, and it doesn't actually take too long to charge. And from all my in-game experience with it, it works perfectly well. The classic controller does work in-game too very well, although its lack of extra input might be a problem. But the Wii U Pro controller's sticks do click in, and they do feel very nice as such. And yeah, it does basically anything you'd want a controller to do on the Wii U except have a touch screen, but that's what you have the gamepad for. It comes with the console. Now, this one is kind of special because it has an extra functionality that's not really necessary, which obviously is the glowing part, but still that is a pretty cool effect, although it does limit the battery life somewhat. I haven't actually been able to use it in-game that much, so I can't really speak for that, but from what I've heard, it seems to work fairly well, and I'm not sure about the battery life either, but I would expect that it's somewhat limited while you're using the glowy functionality, so I'm going to expect it's probably not half as good as the Wii U Pro controllers. So, again, the Classic Controller Pro is the short end of the stick this time, and I don't know which I would suggest for functionality. I haven't really had much of a chance to test this out. If you like stuff that glows, though, you can't go wrong with this, and you can never go wrong with the Wii U Pro controller either, because it's a very nice controller. So if you feel like you would ever use it for anything, it's a great controller to have. But that pretty much wraps up this video. I will see you guys next time.